Okay, so now we're solving some problems. It's going through the skill. This first set of problems is asking us to solve for x, so we're going to go through. You can pause the video and come back and see if you got the same answers, or you can follow along with me. So we're solving for x. First things first, follow that SAD MEP, remember. So we should subtract first because we got plus b. I'm going to subtract b from both sides, and so I have y minus b equals mx. Okay, so now what's m doing to x? It's multiplying, so I'm going to divide both sides by m, and that leaves me with x equals, so I'll have x by itself here, y minus b over m. Alright, I'll get used to writing with this pen shortly, I'm sure. Okay, pause it if you'd like, if you followed along with me. Pause it and try the second two problems, or the second and third problem, and I'll go through it. So here, subtracting 7 from each side, 3y minus 7 equals 8x. I'll divide by 8 on both sides, and that gives me x equals 3y minus 7 over 8. Okay, again, not a very pretty solution, but it is the solution. Okay. And last problem, we got w equals xyz. In a problem like this, I put it in there because a lot of people get like overwhelmed with so many variables at the same time. But it's pretty simple. What's stopping x from being by itself? Well, y and z. What are y and z doing? Multiplying. So how do we get rid of it? We divide. I'm going to divide both sides by y and z. So if I do that, divide by y and z, I'll have x equals w over y z. Okay, and that'll be my solution. On the back side, here we go. We're going to look at, or sorry, not the back side, this bottom. This will be similar to the problems that are on the back side of this note sheet that I'd like you to complete in class. They give you a word problem and they ask you what's the annual interest rate. What I'd like you to do is before you just plug in these numbers, I want you to solve for the variable that they're asking about, and then after you solve for that variable, then I'd like you to plug in the information. So they give us this formula, I equals PRT, and they say you invest $1,500 for 2 years. You earn $90 in simple interest. What is the annual rate of interest? And so I'm going to plug in all that information into, actually I'm going to solve this equation for annual rate of interest. Okay, that's the rate of interest per year, that's R. Okay, alright. I'm going to plug that in and I am going to solve for R, and then I'm going to plug it in and see what I get. So my equation is I equals PRT. Okay, I'm going to solve for R because that's my rate per year. So what's stopping R from being by itself? Well, PT is. Okay, so I'm going to divide by PT, and this is an I. It looks like a 1 now that I'm been away from it. Okay, and so now I get R equals I over PT. And now I'm going to plug in the information that they gave me. I'm going to change colors so that we can see that's what I'm doing. Alright, so they told me my interest was 90. They told me that my principal, P, was 1,500. And they told me my time was 2. So I can find my rate of interest by doing 90 divided by 3,000. Okay, pop up my calculator really quick. 90 divided by 3,000 is 0.03. So 0.03 or 3%. Okay, and so that's how you do that problem. That's how I'd like you to do the 5 problems on the back. First, solve the literal equation, and then from that information, plug in what you're given, and then solve for the actual value. All right.